The NBA in-season tournament debut has happened tonight, and despite the scare that happened against the Wizards, the Heat finally pulled off a win and managed to hold on to a lead after they're seemingly having trouble doing so. We actually drew the first quarter, 34-34. Then in the second quarter, it was a close one. We have led by six at that point. Third quarter was just plain dominance, and the fourth quarter, Washington, of course, we had that semi meltdown that we typically have in the fourth quarter. But even all that, the Heat still managed to win this one, 121-114. This is unacceptable that we had to put back our stand. I'll explain what I mean when we break down a little bit. It's unacceptable that this keeps happening, and us Heat Nation, Heat culture are used to this, but it is still frustrating to see this happen time after time after time again. And it's just, where's the end of this? Where is the end of the fourth quarter meltdowns? I'm just asking for a friend. Anyway, we're going to go to the box scores as we're going to talk about Washington's Kuzma. No surprise with him. Played 31 minutes, 4 3-pointers, and 22 points, 4 rebounds. Definitely a good player, shooter there. Ajiha, I don't know if I pronounced it right. 14 points for him. Gafford with just 4 points, 20 minutes in, and 5 rebounds. Jones, who arguably played pretty good defensively, but really tonight he was just a playmaker type player for the Wizards, and really didn't do much here. Now for Jordan Poole, was traded off for Golden State. He has scored 19 points, 3 3-pointers. Just that is not surprised there. Now for the bench players, this is where I get a little bit frustrated. You have and I'll explain what I mean. A bunch of players who never really get much in because the teammates that were playing had a better chance of making it to the roster. But some guys like I want to say Gil Amori, I can't pronounce it right. Some of the rookies, Jolinari, just those guys, and Rollins too, that we hardly hear of ever. They're producing points. Jolinari, Gil were scoring 6 points. Amori, I can't pronounce it right. 4 points for him. Davis is another one, 11 points, and Rollins 7 points. And it's just, and this is during that break of the fourth quarter. Now for the Heat, Haywood Highsmith making the start for Kevin Love because Kevin Love did not play because Spoelstra said no. I don't know why, but I don't know why. But anyway, Haywood Highsmith scoring 8 points, scoring 2 3-pointers, 3 field goals. Just the only thing for him is the offensive points for him. No rebounds, no nothing, no assists, no steals, 2 turnovers, and an ankle and a leg injury that didn't impact him at all after that halftime. And then he comes back in and plays the rest. So good for him. Jimmy Butler, of course, 31 minutes, 1 3-pointer, so that's really nice for him. Free throws is good for him. He scored 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Not bad game for Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo again playing 30 minutes, 18 points. Defensive plays. He's become more of an offensive mindset player than being a defensive player, and he's still pretty good defensively as well. Kyle Lowry just scoring that 1 3-pointer. That 3-pointer just ends up being clutch, especially in the second half. But since then, he had no impact in this game since that 3-pointer. I mean, no, that just cannot be. And for Tyler HERRO, of course, HERRO had himself a night. 37 minutes played, 4 3-pointers, 2 free throws, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, and just 3 turnovers, all 24 points. He was 1 assist away from a triple-double, his 3rd of a career, but he was just falling short. His last triple-double was against Atlanta last year on November 2022. Off the bench, Duncan Robinson scored 18 points, 4 3-pointers, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Not bad for Duncan Robinson tonight. I thought Brian played pretty good. I really thought he played pretty good tonight. He has made some putback shots and actually made effort to score and making efforts to grab a rebound. And he scored 11 points tonight. I thought he played pretty good. Josh Richardson, I thought he was decent tonight as well. He has played 26 minutes in. Didn't do much on defensive side. Or no, I'm lying. I'm wrong about that. He did do a lot for the defensive side. He has defensive rebounds. That's 3. But for the offensive side, okay. He has 1 3-pointer. That was only his 2nd of the season. He has scored 10 points tonight, so not bad for him. And Hadcast, 4. What do you call it? 4 field goals and and just the 1 free throw, which was including that nice and 1 that Hadcast had. He has scored 9 points. And now for a rookie, pretty good. We're not asking a lot from him. That was just nice and 1 from him, especially in that run that we had in the 3rd quarter. So good for Hadcast for improving there. All right, now for the first quarter, it was an all-out shot contest between the two, especially with the likes of Kuzma and Butler, and with Butler, I mean he has the reason why we were scoring first. Avdija, who is also making some points in, and don't forget in the first quarter too, there was definitely moments of 3-point contest there. Especially with Jordan Poole, and there was even a moment in the first quarter where it totally became a 3-point contest, like I just said. But was it 5? It was 5. 5 3-pointers in a row, and they're all trade-offs. One is from Kuzma, like I said. Tyler HERRO making 3-pointer. Tyrus Jones, who also made a 3-pointer. And then Butler made a 3-pointer, and then Jordan Poole responds with it. So, definitely some 3-point contests in the first quarter, especially with someone like Tyler HERRO. Now, for the second quarter, he had a little betterment of it, especially that Richardson was actually making some valuable shots in the second quarter. Bam making some pull-up shots. Washington Avdija making layups in. Washington starters, really, Avdija, Kuzma, and Gafford were the ones that are actually pulling more of the points in. I'm not saying Jordan Poole was not making some shots in, because he definitely did. I'm just saying that Avdija was one that's making some impacts in. Third quarter, it's all Miami. They've completely taken over the third quarter, outscoring the Wizards by 14, 41-27 in the third quarter. Tyler HERRO making banks. Jimmy Butler helping out, assisting Bam Adebayo, and Bam Adebayo assisting Jimmy Butler. There's definitely trust, and before you realize it, and especially in the fourth quarter, where this pisses me off that it keeps happening, we were up by 25 at one point. The score was, I would like to say, 115-90 at this point. And Tyler HERRO, at that moment on, he is one assist away of a triple-double. And I think Tyler HERRO realized and know that he was just one assist away. So Tyler HERRO trying to make sure, not trying to make sure, because I know they care more about winning the game. But Tyler HERRO trying to get himself one more assist. Problem is, the teammates keep failing. And for whatever reason or wrong, the bench players, the B team, Washington Wizards team, and this is where I get frustrated. Remember the guys like Gill, Coulibaly, Rollins, Amori, Those guys, like I mentioned in the box score, they were B team players, some of them, and they were they were on this 10-0 run, some like that. I think it was 10-0 run. No, 15-0 run. I'm sorry, 15-0 run, just for Tyler Herro making that, trying to make that last assist, and really the turnovers late. This is pure ridiculousness. It was ridiculous what keeps happening. There was even a turnover against Washington, but they end up winning the challenge. So you know what? So and that was during that run. The Heat's starters were on the bench to get some rest in, but then we realized we were up by 25, until you realized and then at that point we were up by 10. So Spoelstra had no choice but to put the stars back in. Unacceptable that it keeps happening like this, especially in the fourth quarter. The meltdowns that keep happening, especially when the big game like this and during the losing streak, it's frustrating, it's unsettling, it makes us all uncomfortable. Some are used to it. It's bad and consistently bad when Heat fans are used to this kind of bullshit. But for fans like myself, it pisses me off that it keeps happening all the time. But thankfully, the Jimmy Butler started off a point streak for us. Tyler Herro stealing the basketball, making some driving dunks in with the two-hand slam, and that's pretty much it. One more three-pointer from Rollins to make it a 7-point differential win, when it could have been a lot more if the defense wasn't lacklusting, and if they actually capitalized off the Herro assist to make it triple-double. We won by a score of 121 to 114. A very scary fourth quarter for us, just because of the triple-double that he was trying to make. Make a long story short, he did not get the triple-double. At that point, he cared more about winning the game, and that's understandable too. We were on a 4-game losing streak. We had to win the streaks. We had to lose the streak somehow. So we win it here tonight, especially in the group play against the Washington Wizards. I'd say thankfully we have won this game, and we can finally rest easily now that we finally broke that streak. It felt like forever. I know it's only a 4-game losing streak, but it felt like forever for us Heat fans, especially with high expectations. And early on, when we had such a bad start, we had to go back to 2007 and 8 season. Remember that awful start that we had? We started 0-5. So really, we had to figure something out, and we finally figured it out against a Washington team that is still new, and definitely something to watch out for in the future. Because I think if they can get this right, they are going to be a good team, especially during the rebuild. As for the Heat, boy, this got to stop with the fourth quarter meltdowns. I'm happy we got the win, and I'm happy we got our first group play victory. We are up, and I think Milwaukee won tonight as well. Charlotte did not play. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, Milwaukee, no surprising there, as they beat the Knicks by 5. So we're tied with them, and our next group play game is against Charlotte Hornets, as I think that would be a couple weeks on the Tuesday, which is November 14th, a couple days prior to my B-Day. So yeah, November 14th, that will be a 7 o'clock tip-off at Charlotte, North Carolina. Second group play game. Let's see if they keep that momentum in, especially on Monday against the Los Angeles Lakers. So we have a weekend off with the Miami Heat, but for this weekend alone, we have the Florida Panthers and Miami Hurricanes football team, and very early Sunday morning, we have the Dolphins taking on the Kansas City Chiefs at Frankfurt, Germany. So we'll see the Heat again on Monday night, as well as the Hurricanes basketball team. They're playing NJIT Highlanders. So that's good too for this video, folks. I'm glad we got the win. Our losing streak is over. We are now 2 for 4 of the season because try not to forget, Every in-season tournament game counts towards a regular season wins or lose. I know it's confusing. I saw a comment earlier from our friends saying that it's still confusing of this in-season tournament, and I don't blame you for saying that. I tried my best to explain as best as I could, but it's still pretty confusing in-season format. All you got to think about is the soccer rules. Really the best teams make it to the playoff type in-season tournament, the knockout and the semifinals, which is semifinals does go to Vegas. I thought it would be just the finals, but semifinals, they go to Vegas, and whoever wins that semifinal goes to the finals in the state of Vegas, and then whoever wins, wins. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG has it back, and when it does, he'll be right there with the fair entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Go Heat, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.